Let's take a look at this route versus cover 2. And what we see is, obviously, when you go to cover 2, the corner is going to rotate down. Usually play outside leverage. We're going to put a little box around this will because we know when the free safety moves over that he becomes it's a 3-on-2 situation or a 2-on-3, and that he's the blitz guy. He's the guy that could come on a blitz, so our quarterback knows that and he'll be aware of that. When we go cover 2, the strong safety rotates back, plays on the hash mark on the field side, and then the corner rotates down and lines up usually on the outside shoulder to funnel that W receiver into the safety. So now what you see here is now working the field side first, because we always want to go where the numbers are, and this tells us we're 3-on-3 and 2-on-3 into the boundary, so let's work over here. And what this tells us here is on the outside we've got that corner in a little bit of a bind. Now as a 2-deep corner, he's told not to let that W release outside of him. So he's going to try to funnel him inside as much as possible, and he's going to ride him, and he could be anywhere to 12 or 15 yards because he's outside releasing. Or he's going to ride him until he comes to his eyes come back in and he sees the Z, at which time he'll come off and he'll come back to that out route, right? So in the meantime, this strong safety is reading 2-to-1, so he heads back. He sees the outside release number 1, and he's going to start to head over. So we have this with the quarterback looking now, changing his line of vision in 2 deep just a little bit. He's going to be able to see how long that corner wants to ride that route. So if he wants to go to the field, he's going to look in this hole throat area versus cover 2 and know that he may get this throw into the W on that fade. Okay? We call that the fade hole throw, and once again this is this hole throw area. 12 to 15 yards, and all he has to do is to beat that strong safety, and he can throw it in there. The other route that we really like to this side is the post route, because the Sam linebacker, he's going to wall that B on the post, but once he lets him go, then against 2 deep running a post is an excellent route for the offense. So we'll be able to take a look at that B route and throw that B route. The quarterback, if he wants to work the post, our combo is to work off this free safety. 2 deep player is going to go back, and what we'll have here is, if he goes to his boundary reads, then he will look from the dig back to the post depending on what the free safety did. Or if he started to the field, he could go to the post back to the dig, and we'll throw off the free safety. Obviously, if the safety works over to the post side because he's reading the quarterback's eyes, then he can come back and throw the dig route. If our quarterback chooses to go to the boundary and look at the boundary first, and the free safety works to the dig side, then he can throw the post side. So we've got a nice 2-on-2 concept over here that attacks the techniques of the corner and the strong safety by making them make perfect plays. The corner coming off of his route and coming back underneath to his area, and the safety getting out of his back pedal and having to go the farthest distance possible to get to that sideline. And then we have a nice read here for the quarterback into the boundary with the free safety, in that he has to take either the dig or the post, and then also we have the communication over here in the corner route, so that he walls this guy off, comes back up, walls our X off, comes back up for the A, and then the A has a chance to run by him. So we've really stretched in the field with a vertical, an out and up, which ends up being a vertical, a post down the middle, and a dig coming across. So it's really good intermediate route combinations for us that really stretch the secondary, and the 6 play versus cover 2 is a really good route.